Hi, my name is Melissa, and on behalf of the Meemic Foundation, I'm here to give you a quick tutorial about how to use Google Hangout. First off, a little bit about me. This is my 10th year of teaching high school. I focus on teaching business and math classes, and I have my master's degree in educational and media technology, and I love to integrate technology into my classroom. So what we are all here for, what is Google Meet? Google Meet is a tool for video calling and conferencing that also gives you a chat feature. It is part of the G Suite for education, so you must have a school email address in order for it to work. You can't just sign in with any old Gmail address for this to participate. And it's found in the Google Apps or by going to meet.google.com. This is what Google Apps looks like over here, and the 9 circle button is how to find your Google Apps, and then when you scroll down you can find Google Meet. You can also readjust this by clicking on Google Meet and dragging it to any other place located in here if maybe you don't want it to be so far away, if it's going to be something that you're going to click on or use quite frequently. So without further ado, I'm just going to go to meet.google.com so you can see what the interface looks like. Every time you log in, you're going to be faced with a different picture here. And I'm just going to join and create a meeting right now. So I'm going to just call this practice meeting. And I'm not actually going to invite anybody to the meeting right now because I don't think any of my coworkers would join this meeting. They're probably really busy. We're actually currently on spring break. So this is the screen that pops up. It will ask to make sure you'll be alerted to make sure that your microphone's on, that your video is, that they're allowed to use video. And I'm going to go ahead and just click the Join Now button so I can jump into our meeting. This is where I would go if I wanted to copy and send emails to people to say, hey, I have a meeting going right now. Or I would click on Add People and I could send email or put in email addresses right there to send those out. But obviously right now, I'm not going to worry about that. Since I'm the only person in here, you get to see my lovely face twice, actually. Let's start from top to bottom. In the upper right-hand corner, you can click on the number of participants that are here. Obviously, there's just me. There's another way to add more people to the conference call that we're doing. There's also a chat function allowing you to send a message to everyone. So hello, everyone. And that gets logged up here. If we were to go over to the lower left-hand corner where it says you, I'm going to go ahead and move my screen just a little bit. We have the name of our meeting, which I called practice meeting. And if I click the up arrow on that, it has, oops, I apologize, my face is in the way again. The URL that I can send out or the dial-in and PIN number if somebody wanted to call in. From there, I also have a few other options down here. I can turn off my microphone. I can turn off my video. So I'm just going to turn off the video. Or I'm sorry, turn off cameras on the right-hand side. Leaving the call is the first one. So if I wanted to just completely turn off this call, I would make sure that it disconnect using that. I can turn on my closed captions. So I'm actually going to do that right now. And all of a sudden, you should be able to see that my closed captions are saying everything that I'm saying. Another great function that I really enjoy about this is that I can click on the Present Now button, which allows me to display either a window or my entire screen to whomever it is that I am presenting to or speaking with. So it's a great way for me to share what's going on with my students. The other thing I would strongly recommend is recording the meeting is from the very beginning so that you can make sure that if any student misses this meeting, it automatically saves and sends it to your Google Drive so you can upload this to Google Classroom. But also if you're interacting with your students, obviously we're outside of school right now, this would be a great way to make sure that you are protecting both yourself and the students. There's options to change the layout, go to full screen, again, turn on captions, change your settings, use a phone for audio, report a problem or help. But if you wanted to see what recording a meeting looks like, it should prompt me to ask for consent. So to record a meeting without the consent of all participants may be illegal and actionable. You should obtain consent to record this meeting from all participants. So I believe they are sent, but I'm not 100% sure because I've never been on the receiving side of it, so I've accepted it. I believe that they will have, we now have the record button up here. They have to agree to it. So that is how to just start a regular meeting, but obviously we want to plan for the future instead of just starting a meeting immediately when we show up. In order to set up a future Google Meet, I need to go into my calendar and make sure that it's your school account and not your personal account. And under Create, you can just click the button Create, click on More Options, and a new screen will pop up. I'm going to do Practice Google Meet, and I'm going to set it for Friday. And the big thing here is under Add Conferencing, we want to make sure that it becomes a Hangouts meet. And it gives the information here to join. Down here, we want to make sure that we click on the button Add Livestream. And what this will do is we can send this to any guests that we want to, as long as they are within our school, as long as it's a G Suite account, for a G Suite for Education account. So I would click here and add the different people that I wanted to receive this information, and then I would click Save and Send Off, and they would all receive what it is. They would all receive the invitation, and come the date and time, which I believe we said was Friday at 8 o'clock, we would start our Google Meet. I hope that was something that you were able to follow, even though I went through it pretty quickly, and I apologize that I didn't have other people on the call. Hopefully you were able to learn something on this quick tutorial about Google Meet. Thank you for hanging out with me.